We begin in the middle of things, entwined. Land, people, time. Around us, ideas fly like wind-blown seeds. Samara, ready to root. What comes next happens step by step. A gathering of energy. We connect.
I think you've just got to care for what you do. And if you care, things happen.
A diverse ecosystem of people like we've got here, with scientists, conservationists and artists all coming together to explain why it's important for the climate crisis that we face that we go to work on this bog in the way that we're seeing here.
A bog breathes in. Time settles darkly beneath a moss and water weave, too wet for trees. Though trees do arrive, blown in as seeds, and try to thrive, they try. Imagine a new start for some, just 49, lifted in a radical act of care. Bog on a path of healing, the trees with space to grow. Pause. Winter asks softly, what happens if? What if? Trees pass through hands, are pressed into the waiting earth. Reroot, re-root. 7 circles of 7 silver birch. Resonance.
Why wouldn't you do that? To have 7 trees linked to the underhelm sycamore behind us and a much wider project, it's a new type of conversation.
I think if the land and the wildlife were in this conversation, I think they would say, give us space to function. If we can give them space to thrive alongside us, then they can help us sort out most of our problems.
All farms are different, and I think we need to remember that. It's not one size solution fits all. I think we have to be flexible in how that is delivered and get the best outcomes for climate, nature and food production and everything else that goes on hand in hand with farming, particularly in the Lake District, our heritage, those hefted flocks, convening systems and native breeds.
Each day, a new century begins, and with these birch, there will be carbon held. There will be an abundance of birds. There will be music of wind and light and leaves, and an invitation. Come, meet among the trees. With them, notice their land, our land, what it needs, and wonder, what could this place be?
Personally, I don't want to farm in a world where we're seeing more extreme weather. I don't want to see people growing up in that world. So I think the key message is not about what it might look like in 2050, but about what we need to do now to ensure we don't see that by 2050.
I really learned that there's no point doing the science if you can't express it in a meaningful way to those who use and experience this environment and who care and who are just as close to it as I might be.
Most of my research in this project and elsewhere is about how we engage with the future to help us make decisions now. So we do a lot of developing different scenarios and pathways to the future to reach different policy targets like net zero and try to model what those pathways could look like. So we really bring together stakeholders and different forms of scientific evidence to try to make sense of these policy questions.
Decisions must be crafted in this living land. There may be hope, but it's not simple. The weather's changing, the pressure is on. We lean into uncertainty together, chart what's known, what can be done. Imagine what can happen when we listen, really listen, to the land, to each other, to our heads and to our hearts. What can happen when we hold courage up to fear? When we dare, we dream and count the time of trees, the life of peat.
Everybody can be involved, we can all come together and we can all have different reasons and backgrounds and experiences with nature. And it's just about that coming together with that shared passion and excitement for that place.
Reason for optimism is that the changes that are necessary are actually positive. Positive for the farming businesses and positive for the world in which we live.
I think it's brilliant. It's been a really fascinating project to watch evolve. I think in the delivery of it, what's really inspiring is it brings different people together to have conversations and to reflect on the past and, crucially, on the future, and have a discussion about what land use and what our national park should look like in the future. And I think the more we can create space for those conversations and those discussions, the better, really.
Imagine land and people together, weaving joyful futures with the art of connection, where each act matters. And there's a resonance of care as we tend our abundant home. Imagine what we can begin now and what we can pass on.